Welcome back to the channel, guys. It'd be much appreciated if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Former Celtic boss Neil Lennon is on the lookout for a new challenge as he bids to open the next chapter of his colourful managerial career. The 52-year-old won 10 trophies during his two separate spells in the Parkhead dugout. However, he is now keen to take on the next step after leaving Omiana Nikuhwasa in 2022. Lennon was in the running for the vacant Republic of Ireland position, though he was informed last month that he wouldn't be the man to replace Stephen Kenny in charge of the boys in green. Featuring as a pundit for various outlets, Lennon is never far away from matchday coverage involving Celtic, offering a mixture of intriguing standpoints taken from his experience in charge of the boys. Possessing a vast knowledge of what it is like to be in the heat of a title race, Lennon believes that his old side need to show they retain the bottle required to pip Rangers to the Scottish Premiership crown this term under Brennan Rogers. He stated, "It does come down to the bottle. Yes, it's all about your mentality, performance, fitness levels and staying on top of your game. I think it's really exciting. I would love to be involved in it." In a surprising turn of events, he has now signalled his intention to return to the Scottish game for the first time since 2021. Following a period out of management, Lennon has taken the unexpected step of declaring interest in taking over at Aberdeen amid their struggles under Neil Warnock. Speaking at a media event organised by Viaplay ahead of this weekend's Scottish Cup ties, he also addressed false perceptions levelled at his managerial ability. Lennon stated, "Timing is important. The Aberdeen job is something that I'd really be much interested in, no question. I think there is a great potential at Aberdeen." He then added, "I feel at 52 my best years are in front of me as a football manager and a coach in terms of experience, my achievements in the game and what I've done and learned as a manager. I do think there is a perception of me that is wrong. I have achieved a lot, titles, trebles and in the Champions League. I even went abroad and won a trophy and got that team into the Europa League. I have won the Scottish Cup 4 times as a player and a manager. I have got real experience. I got the Celtic job when I was very, very young. That was like 15 years ago, and people think I'm getting on a bit, but I still have plenty of energy." There will be plenty of Celtic fans with mixed emotions towards Lennon due to how his second tenure at Parkhead ended. Nonetheless, he seems determined to prove the doubters wrong in his next post. Either way, there would be a sense of intrigue if he were to complete a dramatic return to Scottish football in the near future. The news that Brennan Rogers now faces an SFA charge for what he said about John Beaton's VAR performance at Heart is one that could be a huge setback in the upcoming Glasgow derby. Should the Celtic manager fall foul of the SFA and be sanctioned by the National Association, he will find himself banned from the Ibrox dugout for the Glasgow derby on the 7th of April. Couple that with Yang's ban, then Celtic will have a massive disadvantage heading into the top of the table Scottish Premiership clash. So why don't Celtic ask the SFA to fast track the scheduled date of March 28th? That way Rogers, if found guilty, could well be in the dugout for the Ibrox game. Unfortunately, it can't be done, and radio presenter Gordon Duncan shares exactly why. Duncan said, "It's just written in the SFA protocol. An appeal like Yang's, appeals like that for that red card are called fast track, so that the player doesn't have it hanging over them so that they can try and get it dealt with before the next round of fixtures. Appeals like that are fast track. Comments like the one that Brennan Rogers made, that charge is just not fast tracked, it never has been. It doesn't matter if it's Marvin Bartley at Queen of South, it doesn't matter if it's Darren Young at Stirling Albion, it doesn't matter if it's Brennan Rogers, the protocol was very clear. It's not a fast-tracked issue, and in fact it's done to try and give better fairness to clubs. It's done so that when the charge is made, Celtic then have X amount of days to submit the evidence. And then the compliance officer has X amount of days to deal with it, and they then schedule a hearing date, which happens to be March the 28th. And that could in fact lead to Brennan Rogers not being in the dugout for the Rangers game. If Rogers is found guilty, then heading to Govan without him in the dugout will be a huge blow. Rogers has shown that when it comes to making big decisions at Ibrox, he knows exactly what to do to get the result that matters. We saw that in his first spell as a manager and witnessed it firsthand in the 1-0 Glasgow derby win in Govan this season. But I'm sure the Hoops gaffer will have his Celtic team well prepared and confident of securing results with or without him at the Ibrox dugout. Celtic fans, what do you make of this situation with Brennan Rogers? Let us know down in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video, guys. Make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you, take care, bye bye.